I thought I would do some answers to the questions. So I put up one of those little boxes on Instagram yesterday. And thanks to anyone who asked a Wiskling themed question. It was quite niche, I suppose. But yes, so first question, does Whisker take place after Victoria Stitch? And the answer is no, it's the opposite way around. Whisker actually takes place before Victoria Stitch. So Victoria Stitch is actually 18 at the beginning of book 1. It doesn't say that in the text, but she is 18. And she's leaving school in Caps Academy, which is the same school as Whisker. So Whisker is actually set back in time from Victoria Stitch. Whisker is about 10 years old, and Victoria Stitch actually appears in Whisker's class. So here we have, in Whisker Wildflower, we have a picture of Victoria Stitch at about 10 years old, sitting next to Whisker in class. Not very pleased to be sitting next to Whisker, has to be said. So yes, I suppose if you have read Victoria Stitch, then by reading Whisker, you will get a little glimpse into Victoria Stitch's school days. She's kind of a background character, but I absolutely loved being able to put a little bit of Victoria Stitch into Whisker Wildflower. And of course, because Victoria Stitch is in Whisker Wildflower, Celestine is as well, and Tiska and Twyla. So they are all Wisklings in Whisker's class. So yeah, there we have Victoria Stitch and Celestine and Twyla. And Tiska's down below as well. There she is. So yes, they are all Wisklings in Victoria Stitch's class. And actually, I've just been writing book 3, and that features a lot of Tiska. So yes, really cool, and absolutely love being able to have characters that kind of cross over different series. With Whisker and Victoria Stitch, obviously it's the same world, it's Wisklingwood, but even so, it's so nice to have familiar characters because I just get very attached to my characters. So yeah, love being able to have Victoria Stitch in the background of Whisker Wildflower. Okay, so a couple of questions about will there be more Whisker Wildflower, and when will book 2 be out? So yes, there is more Whisker, which I am super excited about. I absolutely love doing the Whisker books. So book 2 is already finished. It's gone off to production very recently, which is very exciting. And I think it should be out next June. So I'm pretty sure it's June 2026. And book 2 is got lots of crystals in it. I don't want to give too much away, but there's lots of Citrine, the character Citrine, who's in Whisker's class, and then it's a very crystal themed story. So yeah, I loved writing that one. And then yeah, there's more coming after that because I am working on book 3, as I mentioned before, and there will definitely, hopefully, be 4, and then I hope more after that, but we'll have to see. But yes, more Whisker Wildflower is coming. Do the Wisklings have special holidays created just for them? So Wisklingwood is very much its own kind of separate little world from the human world. They have, actually I'll show you the map. So Wisklingwood is surrounded by a magic boundary wall that protects it from being discovered by humans, and protects it from humans and animals as well being able to go in. So Wisklings can leave Wisklingwood Wiskling explorers, if they've got an explorer's badge, they can go out into the human world once they're 18. There's quite a lot of rules in Wiskling Wood. But where was I going with this? Sorry, lost my train of thought there. But so yes, Wisklings are not particularly governed by humans and our traditions. So yes, they have their own holidays, one of which is Wiskmas, which is their wintry celebration. And instead of Christmas trees, Wisklings have the Wiskmas pine cones, which they decorate, because a pine cone is the perfect size for a Wiskling to put inside their little house and decorate. And I actually made a couple of Wiskmas pine cones last year, so I will show you. Let me just get them. Right, so here we have a Wiskmas pine cone. Very glittery, this one. And this is probably quite a tall one, actually. So Wisklings obviously are very small. They can grow to about 12 centimetres high. So yeah, so here's Whisker. I think this is Whisker's actual size. So yeah, you can see that a pine cone makes the perfect Wiskmas tree. And I have another one that I made as well, which this one's actually even bigger. So this one I didn't completely cover in glitter. This one I just did like the ends. So I guess it's slightly more rustic looking pine cone. But yes, I put these in my doll's house, my castle, which is just there. And I should probably put them in, actually, seeing it is December now. Probably is time to put the Wiskmas pine cone in Wiskling Castle. So I might do that later. But yes, actually, an interesting thing that happened when I made this one last year was that I covered this in PVA to put the glitter on it. And what I didn't realise at all was that when you make a pine cone wet, it closes up again. So I'd covered this in glitter before I went to bed and expecting to wake up and see it looking like this. And what actually happened was I woke up in the morning and I came into my studio and the whole pine cone had just gone like completely tightly closed again. And at first I was disappointed because I thought, oh no, it's ruined. But what happened was, as it dried out, I did put it in the oven actually on a very, very low setting to help it along. But as it dried out, it did open up again. So yeah, interesting fact that I didn't know about pine cones. So if I make another one, I will bear that in mind for making that. But yes, so in answer to the question, that was a very long-winded answer. Yes, different holidays. I still need to, I guess, think of the exact other holidays Wisklings have. I'm sure they probably have a flower festival in the summer, and I'm sure they probably have other ones as well, maybe even a pumpkin festival. But yeah, but yes, definitely Wisklings have their own special holidays.